So I take this girl out on the first day, right? I take her to Moxie's, nice chill little spot. So I'm waiting, and this was a long time ago, y'all. I'm waiting, chilling, and she's coming in with a laptop, right? She has papers with her. I'm like, oh, what's going on? So she sits down. I'm like, hey, what's up with the laptop and papers? She's like, oh, is it okay if I bring my homework? I'm like, your homework? She's like, yeah, I'm in nursing school, and it's due tonight, and blah blah blah. So I'm like, I'm upset, but I'm like, okay, cool. But, the whole time she's not focused on the date. She's focused on her homework. She's not creating any conversations. She's not like eliciting any topics, asking me any questions. So I'm just like, man, this is just completely disrespectful. You can't let your procrastination lead up to our date. You could have just canceled the date. We could have just did another time, So I'm getting frustrated. And then towards the end of the date, I'm just like, hey, I gotta go. I pay for my bill. I don't pay for hers because it's just completely disrespectful, So you guys think I handled it right? I mean, I think I did, but let me know what you guys think.
You still should have paid. You were wrong. You could have simply been a gentleman, paid, and went about your business. And what makes it more corny is you coming on here asking if the right thing was done. She's in nursing school. You definitely could have covered the bill. My number one attraction is discipline. If a man did this to me, I would have been turned on, literally forget the date. Life is happening to everyone. You should have paid the bill. Period. She should have told you in advance, and you should have told her let's reschedule for another time. You should have helped her with her homework. She knows the purpose of a date, so why did she accept it when she knew it wasn't the right time? She should have rescheduled it if she was busy with her studies. What is the point of accepting it knowing that you are not ready to engage? Since their date didn't meet the expectations, I do understand his decision, and I know most people would understand the reason why he decided to make that move. Apparently, she had a different goal. It seems like she didn't want to lose the opportunity to score another free meal, but he wasn't having it. If it wasn't to get a free dinner, what other reason would she have to accept it? For sure she wasn't there because she wanted to know more about him. So his reaction was understandable, and I was convinced that most people would have a similar opinion about this case until I saw the comment section. It was full of people saying that he was supposed to cover the whole bill because he should have paid for her regardless of how it went. They believed that since she left her house to go on a date with him, it was his responsibility to pay for her food. But in my opinion, she shouldn't have agreed to go out with him as she didn't have time for it, and I know he would have understood. Also, it would have sent a better message.
Yo, this is my 14-year-old daughter, Mari. When you start dating, what he gonna have to do?
Work for my dad.
Are you splitting 50-50 with anybody? Why? Come on, see, common sense for her. Y'all gotta understand, the reason why I be so stern on paying 100% of everything because I have two beautiful baby girls, all right? I got a 14-year-old and I got a 2-year-old. And guess what? They ain't finna be dealing with that bullshit that most women gotta deal with in today's time. They not finna be out here struggling, trying to figure out how they gonna eat their next meal because they dealt with the wrong man. No, you gonna have to pay 100% for everything.
Daddy is also living in a Disneyland, but unfortunately she will discover the truth later in life when she starts living in the real world.
All right, I'm raising them the same way that they see their dad doing. I've been paying all the bills since day one. My wife have never touched a bill since 2014, and that's the year that I met her. Pay 100% of everything, because if you don't, you are not considered a real man. Stay by yourself until you're able to provide 100%. That's all I'm saying. You can't do that, you don't need to be with nobody. The relationship math is, if you can't take care of yourself, you damn sure can't take care of this person. Stay by yourself and prioritize yourself. This is why I firmly believe in 100% of everything. Men.
Take his money away, he won't think the same. How about in a relationship we both put in 100? She's going to be single. Her pops is rich and expect a young man to have figures. This is cute till she get into the real world. I'm teaching mine the same thing. If it ain't meant for you, it's not meant for you. Everybody has their own standards. His advice sounds great until she faces reality. I know for sure it won't be easy when she realizes that Daddy was also living in a Disneyland. This is a clear example of someone who is living on his small bubble, and for some reason, he believes that he can speak for most of us. That's why people shouldn't take videos on social media seriously. He is probably doing well for himself, and it seems like he can take care of everything, but this is not the reality of the majority of us. Most households will need 2 incomes, and when we have someone sending a message that all men must pay 100%, it shows his unrealistic view. If he had a look at living cost and the average salary, he definitely wouldn't make those statements. Now he set her to only chase a partner who will be able to pay 100% of the household bill. Knowing the reality of our current economy, I don't think he knows what he's doing. This advice will certainly lead her to some challenges when it comes to finding a partner, and it's all due to his unrealistic perspective of our current society. She's definitely going to be confused when she realized that he told her to go after the top 1% of men. That's a challenging spot to secure, and he should be teaching her what to do to attract and retain them, instead of making them the main focus.
I go to dinner and you invite your friends, but you didn't know. Are you expecting your boyfriend to pay for all their meals?
Yeah.
Even though he didn't know they were coming?
Yeah, I would.
You still want him to pay all their bills?
Yes, because you're a man. Like, be a man and pay for that.
It's like we're respecting. We're respecting them in that
But
kind
what
of
if
way.
he says, like, no, I don't want to pay for their bills because like, you didn't tell me in advance?
Don't come out with us. Like, why would you come out?
No.
That's an argument.
This is a great recipe to lose your privilege and probably start paying for your stuff.
It was a y'all thing, but you brought him last minute. Still, you want him to pay for it? Hell no.
If you pay attention, the one on the end is disagreeing the entire time. And that's why they are single. I'll just leave. I wouldn't even continue it. I would have left. It probably can work with simps. They are more likely to do anything even when they don't agree with it. But this will never work with confident guys, as they are quick to detect when someone is trying to take advantage of the situation. If you want to show off to your friend, at least make sure you have the means for it. Don't expect your man who is planning the family's future to be spending carelessly just because it will make you feel good. It doesn't happen with mature men. She will be lucky if he stays, because I know some guys would just remove themselves from the situation and leave each of them to deal with their own bills. Did you guys notice the women on the left?
I go to dinner and you invite your friends, but you didn't know. Are you expecting your boyfriend to pay for all their meals?
Yeah.
Even though he didn't know they were coming?
Yeah, I would.
You still want him to pay all their bills?
Yes, because you're a man. Like, be a man and pay for that.
She doesn't agree with her friends at all. They are lucky for have someone with good sense like her, and maybe she might help them when it comes to this department. She was shaking her head all the time. It was evident that her friends were saying nonsense, as she knows it's not her partner's responsibility to provide for everyone in the group.
The text reads, "A man has $50, a woman has $100. The bill is $40.90. Who pays?"
Split the bill. The one that invited and planned everything. Neither of us. We both pretend to use the bathroom and then we walk out one at a time. The woman gives the money to the man and the man pays. The man. A real gentleman would do that. That's a great question, and this is the type of situation we can use to filter those who are worth pursuing and those who we shouldn't see again. That question can be used randomly to check the mindset of the person you are seeing. It would give you a very important information that can save you a lot of money and time. Based on her response, it should tell you everything you should know. It can give you an idea of the type of relationship you're going to have. And from this moment you will know whether you're going to be on this by yourself or if you're going to have someone who is willing to reciprocate the same energy you are willing to give.
The text reads, "Girls be ordering so much when they think they aren't paying for it. Our first date and I forgot my wallet."
Please. What should we get for dessert?
A survey was done and only 7% of women said they would invite a man out. So saying if you invite you pay, but never do the inviting is another double standard. Thank God my husband is a real man. I've never had to pay for any of our dates. Don't get me wrong, I spoil him, but he definitely loves to provide, and tomorrow will make 8 years together. If you don't have money to provide for women, don't waste their time. It's so pathetic seeing this as a man. Man is supposed to step up providing for them. Let someone else provide for them if you can't. I can imagine her face when she found out that she would be the one paying for those orders. Forgetting his wallet wasn't that bad, but I bet she didn't like it at all. Most of us already experienced a scenario where we went on a date and the other party saw it as an opportunity to experiment the most expensive dishes in the restaurant, without considering the guy who will spend their hard-working money on the bill, not knowing whether they're going to be a second date or not. It was interesting when I saw the comment section full of women claiming that whoever planned the date should pay for it. It's funny that they like to use this line, as they are well aware that 99% of the time we are the ones asking, so it implies that we should always pay for it regardless. I wish I could ask them when was the last time they took the initiative and asked a guy out. We all know the answer to that question: it's probably never. And then they are the first to use this talking point as if they have ever done it or plan to do it. I know most boyfriends can identify with this reality. The day their card is used, they would want to go to the cheapest place, but when the boyfriend is the one paying, this is the time they become creative and all kind of places comes to their mind. Some of them would suggest a posh place, somewhere they wouldn't go if it was coming from their pocket.
Guys, we came to the end of our video, and we hope you like it. We appreciate all the likes and comments. This is what motivates us to keep working and deliver this great content daily. We will be back tomorrow with another great content.